I don't know if she's going into massages. She was doing it. I think dudes did not respond well to her price.
Yeah, typically dudes don't. Typically, they don't go into massages because they say that's more work.
Yeah,
there's more work. There's more work than just a second. So typically, they be like, okay, I'm gonna do the massage thing. Then they get out there massage. They be like, damn, this don't pay.
Yeah,
it's too much work.
Especially when you start off with the, hey, I'm not going to be doing extras, and niggas is like, no, we want that. And you like, no, my hands are good. And niggas are like, yeah, we know. Yeah. We want that. But yeah, man, so she posted online. I was laughing so hard. First of all, I don't like, I'm starting right here. Hold on. I do not like when the ladies make announcements of retirements like we care, like we need to know.
Retirements from, you got to add the context here.
Okay,
coming in hot.
Okay, cool. So I don't like when the bottle girls announce, hey, this is my last day. I don't like when the dancers say this is my last.
Well, so entertainers.
Yeah.
Entertainers.
Well, I'm talking about nightlife entertainers.
Nightlife entertainers, because we don't really need to know.
We don't. If you're a bottle girl, who cares? Yeah, you getting 150.
Well, you know why they tell you that they're retiring. Because they need that. They need that. Hey, who wanted me? And I need to be able to choose from who wanted me to head into this retirement.
Like, I do respect the dancers, the exotic dancers saying, I'm retiring. That makes sense. I respect that because you're going to do it last night. And you need to make the most money you can make. But like for the local, the Charlotte bottle girls, the B-level cities for bottle girls, the ones where
Charlotte's moving to a city, man.
Like I said,
it's creeping into it, man. It's creeping into it. I just started seeing Charlotte influencers. I was like, I did not know we had this many influencers in Charlotte.
Well, if you can't make it in Atlanta, you can make it here. So that's how that go. But I'm talking about the girls who make like $200 a table. Like they only give you the 20%. The dudes don't have to tip you more. You run the credit card right when it starts. You already know your 20% count right there. And there's taxes coming out of that. Like them girls, we don't need an announcement from you. You know what I'm saying? I understand you in Vegas, LA, Miami, New York, whatever.
I'm going to agree. I don't need to know. If I get a different bottle girl, I'm not going to be like, well, I might be like, well, where is, such and such. But then I'm gonna be over it. Like,
absolutely. But
no big deal.
I guess if you're a sex worker, you might need to announce that you retire. But not this. Never mind.
Do they ever really retire though?
No, they just stop promoting online.
Exactly. Like typically they finally find a simp that's going to basically keep paying them forever.
Facts. Or the sugar daddy, or I got a couple of regulars.
I'm not mad at it, man. Y'all try to go in on me on one of these social media sites, and y'all don't know I actually support the sex workers. Not support as in I pay. Support as in I support the hustle. If I was going to pay, I would not be embarrassed of paying. Sometimes paying is better.
Yeah, you ain't got to listen. Well, you need. Never mind. Let me get into this pie. Hold on, y'all. We coming in high. Oh. Hold on. This video caused an argument in my house last night. Oh. Well, almost. But I let her know I ain't arguing with you on this.
I took my grandson to see what was the movie with Buzz Lightyear?
Toy Story?
Mm-hmm.
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
Yeah, with Keke Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Keke's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
So that was the beginning.
That is.
So then I'm nah, shoot. Oh, sorry. This is what Jamar just sent me.
It's a bop right here.
I will vote for Donald Trump. Let's go.
Yeah, but can't wait to see next elections.
Sorry, Jamar just sent that to me, and I was crying so much that I sent it to Mike before the pod started. That is the most random thing ever.
So that song is a bop, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It is a bop. It would be fire if he wasn't sending y'all back across. Yeah, it would be super fire then. You idiots, but we'll get there. So then this is part 2 that me and my wife started the conversation. Hold on.
I just saw Snoop Dogg on a podcast complaining about how there was a baby in a movie that had 2 moms. And he was like, how do I explain this? How do I explain 2 moms to my grandkid? I shouldn't even have to see this. Man, forget that. How are you going to explain it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none? How you going to explain that, Snoop? How are you going to explain that Pop was rapping about how he cannot delight in sex unless he knows that his male friends are also having sex with the same woman? How are you going to explain that? It might be a little harder to explain.
I hate you non-black speaking on black culture.
True.
Let me go ahead and do this. Y'all know where I stand with everything with the LGBTQ plus community. I rock with y'all. We didn't have a gay dad on here. Shout out to you, who I no longer speak to, for getting us over the hump on YouTube and getting us monetized. Thank you. And that's funny because he told me, I think you used me to get monetized. And I said, who knows? But anyway, shout out to Trey. That is a joke, by the way, but shout out to Trey. Y'all know where I stand at. I support y'all. I done been to Pride a couple of times for work. It's been fun. It is real. I ain't got no problem with y'all. Y'all can hang out with me. Y'all know where I'm at with that. Let me tell y'all one thing. I hate people. I can tell with this discussion with Snoop, who is speaking from a place that don't have kids. And this ain't even about that for me. This is more about, as a person who has a child, yes. And I'm speaking directly to Van Lathan, because you got on your platform 2 minutes after this landed and you said, it's your job to explain things. Sorry, newsflash. It ain't my child's grandparents' job to explain stuff to them.
That's
and
true.
I feel very strong about that.
Absolutely.
Because some of the stuff, and y'all know how I say how old people need to get off the internet. Snoop is one of those people as well, because
Snoop is old. So he's a granddad.
he is a granddad.
He's a
and
granddad.
some things from their generation, they don't understand that you can't say.
I mean, how old is Snoop? 56?
Snoop is way older than you.
I know he's older than me. That's what I'm saying. So look, I'm old.
Yeah, Snoop been around for too long.
So like Snoop was an adult when I was in high school.
Yeah, 94 when he met with Dre, he had to be like 18 or 20.
Yeah, he's 53.
Dang, that's young. Snoop is young. So,
But he's still a granddad. I mean, 50s, 50s is younger now because people take better care of themselves. But
Facts.
back in the day, 53, hey man.
yeah, it's certain things I don't want my father and mother, people who raised me, who I love to death, I don't want them explaining certain things to my kids. So it ain't Snoop's job to explain things to his grandchild. Now, it might behoove him to say, hey, you know what? Let's talk to your mom and dad about this.
Exactly. That's where I was going to go, is just be like, hey man, just like, talk to your parents about that.
Absolutely, because at this time, you got to, first of all, I don't know how old his grandkids is, and it's tough explaining stuff to kids about sexuality and whatever versions of it, right?
Absolutely.
And
And it should be the parents' job.
it's the parents' job. And so, so to the young fella who came out at the end talking about some who I just played, talking about how you going to explain your songs. That's a choice. It is hard when I don't have a choice in the matter. And I bring this up all the time. One of our listeners, love her to death. Ain't gonna shout her out because y'all will find her because she follow us and she comments, right? She said she went to the JoJo Siwa concert, and the last thing JoJo Siwa said was, I'm bisexual, and ran. And she said, I had to explain to my daughter what being bisexual meant. And I wasn't ready for it. And it was just like, damn, you didn't have to say that. You know what my wife told me yesterday? She said, funny enough, JoJo Siwa is with a man and they got a baby and they raising them together.
Yeah.
But that's one half of the bisexuality.
He has a 30-year-old, 27-year-old, 25-year-old, and a 26-year-old. So he has a really good chance that, he probably has like a 5-year-old grandchild.
Yeah. And it's
easily.
like, bro, I don't have time to be explaining it. And, it is what it is. I didn't take it as that. I took it as like, Snoop is just looking at like, I don't want to be the one that has to explain this to my grandkids.
Yeah, I mean, Snoop has been in the entertainment industry, so I'm pretty sure LGBTQ stuff does not throw him off.
Nah.
So I'm pretty sure him being in the music industry, he's used to that.
He's seen his fair share.
Yeah, he's seen his fair share. But I will say this, and I'm gonna get to the little guy that was just like, how you gonna explain ain't no fun, the homies can't have none. I'm gonna get to that point. But this is what I will say, right? When you insert that, right, something that is outside of the norm, because it's still outside of the norm, right?
Yes.
And when you insert that into a kid's movie, it does come across as, well, we're trying to either normalize it, or as others are going to say, there's an agenda. We can never have that conversation, because it's easy to say, hey, why what part does this play in Buzz Lightyear's story?
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't really play a part.
It don't.
So we can have that conversation, right? But we cannot discuss nuance on the internet. But perhaps powers that be, when the people are in boardrooms, when people are writing, to say, hey, how does this play in the story, right? The world isn't used to this yet, or the world doesn't want this yet. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that we have to hide it. But it does mean that, you know what, in a movie for 2 to 7-year-olds, doesn't belong.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
And it's fair. And you know what? It's a reason why when you watch kid movies, you rarely see the mom and dad kissing and being intimate. It's just like, usually time the mom and dad is in a movie because there's a kid there and we got to explain how kids get here. And still to this day, it's 2025, kids do come from a male and a female.
Yes. That is the way we all have gotten here, even those that no longer do that, right?
Absolutely.
We've all gotten there that way. Now, to the guy that's like, yo, how do you explain that? I hate when y'all use false equivalencies that have these moral, virtual signals. Because for one, like, my son knows that he is not allowed to watch Black Dad's Club podcast.
Oh, damn. Sorry, Hayden.
Hayden's not my child.
He ain't mine.
Yeah.
But go ahead, yes.
But I'm like, hey, when you get older, not only can you watch it, but I want you to watch it and come and talk to me about it.
So we can have the conversation.
So we can have the conversations.
Facts.
But for right now, you're just getting into, your preteen years, right? Bruh, the things that I talk about are not appropriate for you. These are adult conversations.
Yeah.
And it's perfectly okay to say, hey, at some point, Snoop's grandkids is going to listen to the song.
Yeah.
And Snoop, you're going to have to explain that.
Absolutely.
What did you mean by that? Son, it was a wild time, right? The same way our parents, not my
called
parents.
Doggy style.
Not my parents, right? But some of y'all parents had to explain, the 60s to you, right?
Yeah.
They had to explain it. So it's like, all right, that's fair. But it's also saying like, hey, not yet. You're not ready for that yet. And Snoop's he's not wrong for saying, bruh, I don't need to be having this conversation with my children's kids.
Yeah. It's funny. We was at the dinner table yesterday. We get the Roe birthday, but we was talking, and when Hayden was out there, and so he went home to his mom and was like, "Yo, they mentioned me on the pod. I'm about to be famous." I was like, "Bro, we ain't there. We ain't close either." So he looked embarrassed because he didn't want me to know that. Yeah. She was like, yo, he was so excited that y'all said his name. Like, he thought he about to go to school and the whole school was going to know who he is. I'm like, all right, we get famous.
But by the time he get to college, though, yeah, probably so.
Yeah, it's probably, But yeah, it was funny because when we were younger, when Hayden was a baby and he would come to my house, it was certain things we wouldn't do while he was there. And part of that reason was, hey, I'm not going to be the one explaining this to his mom.
Exactly.
And whatever he would ask, if it was something out of my wheelhouse, talk to your mom when you get home. And I think a lot of us don't have to do that. So we just think like, hey, being gay is okay. So let's go ahead and throw this. And it should be the Wild Wild West. And why that's cool, the conversation me and my wife had yesterday was like, yo, it's still a large percent of this country who is saying no to this. And you can't get mad when they say, hey, no to this. Now, you can correct them. You can go speak to them. You can have that conversation you want to. A lot of us who accept it is just like, all right, bro, I don't care. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with me. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at Snoop saying, yo, I wasn't ready to have this conversation with somebody else's child.
Yeah, and like I said, if it can be defended that's appropriate, then you also need to be able to defend when others say, hey, that's inappropriate. Mm-hmm. And again, I almost, because I watched the movie and I saw it and I was just like, okay, didn't see that coming, right? And it's like I'm watching Buzz, and it was a good Buzz. Like, I love Buzz Lightyear, by the way. It's like one of the few kids movies that's like, yo, it's out. I'm like, all right, let's go watch that.
Yeah.
But it was something where it was just like, all right. But anyway, let's keep it going.
Yeah.
In the show.
Absolutely. Hold on, y'all. All right, let me tell y'all why y'all about to stop being able to rent my studio. Somebody to delete my intro off the damn.
No way. How did?
Cause niggas come in here. How far are we? All right, I can get my hate off. Niggas come in here, they'll just push a button and be like, "Oh, what that do? Oh, it say delete. Just delete it." And then they just people. It was so funny, man. I told I was explaining the studio to my sister, and she was like, Nah, there's no way people do stuff. I'm like, yo, they come in here, they go through my desk, they start moving stuff around. They be thinking the whole space is theirs, and they about to start getting charged for it. But that right there, whatever. Welcome to the Black Dads Club. This is episode 194. Charge it to our hearts, man. Look, I need everybody. Today, a picture's dropping. Go get the most active dad in the country tee. It is for all races. Even though we know who the most active dads in the country are, this is going to be the greatest joke ever told in the country when everybody is wearing this t-shirt. Oh, it's going to be the greatest joke ever.
I love it.
Absolutely. That is Pastor Mike. I am Gavin B. Y'all know what time it is. We only got 6 more episodes to 200. Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Marcia. I think both of them are going to fail us on that day. So this is me putting pressure on them to do that. And also, you know what? I want to shout out to the homie B Crispy. He listens to this podcast, and this boy is a hustler. All right, he a barber, and me and him we just talk about like dad stuff all the time and business stuff all the time. And when I tell you, first of all, he posted he made $250,000 last year cutting hair. I don't know why he put that on the internet.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell nobody that.
I wouldn't tell nobody that.
But he might have been fishing. He might have been fishing.
No, he got a wife and kids, man. But.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, be crispy. Sorry, I didn't know you, bro.
But he be hustling, like, and he show his look. I seen the prices. I seen the people come in with cuts, and I want to say this: shout out to him because he's committed to posting online. And if you don't have if you're an entrepreneur, everybody know how hard it is. And I watch him and his wife constantly post and commit themselves to their business. So shout out to them, man. And I need to get you up on here, but we gotta meet. We gotta meet again. We gotta sit down right quick. We gotta have a drink. But yeah, we're gonna sit down. But shout out to him, man. We had the birthday party this weekend. I tapped out around 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Bruh, I was drinking too much. I started drinking right before y'all got there at 3.
I mean, that's a pretty good time frame to be out there drinking.
Look, and in the sun and outside. Shout out to everybody that came to my son's birthday party. It was his weekend. His birthday was yesterday. I want to thank y'all. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike's family for showing up. People were laughing because I kept saying, that's her brother right there. And everybody was just like, wait, what? But shout out to that, man. We had a great time. It was fun. And seeing my boy yesterday, I was writing my status and I was tearing up. I was like, yo, I really got a 4-year-old, yo. Like, it's crazy to think somebody's been dependent on you for 4 years. And then you just like, yo, I don't think you know what you do for me. Yeah. Like, you know, it's fun. It's aggravating at times. He don't want to listen at times. But then he'll go in a room and just start performing for people. Yeah. And he thinks it's just the laugh of the day that everybody watches him.
He's definitely a future Potter.
Yeah, we gonna see actor or something. I'm trying to get me paid. And it was just funny because like the pictures I posted was from a water bottle company for kids, and they were just like, yo, we gonna need him in the fall. I'm like, send a check, man. Send a check.
Yeah, for sure.
We would call it InvestFest. I think I'm gonna rename it to BeefFest. Pause, and we'll get there later, man. But InvestFest was this weekend, and it got me to this thinking of, do we need to go to InvestFest? Mike is into money. When we had the first version of this podcast, you wanted to talk about money a lot. Yeah, I did. And I knew nothing about it.
Yeah. No, that was business stir Fridays.
Shout out.
Shout out to the fail pod.
It was the getting to know each other pod.
Yeah, the precursor to this one. So everything that you do always builds to something else. But do we need to go down there? We do need to go to a pod fest. Okay. We need, and another thing, we need to network with the micro influencers around here in Charlotte too. And that we will get to. I know Gav thinks I say things and I never do them, but we put on the anniversary show.
He did do that.
Yeah, and we did, and we had the live. So the things are coming, man. Things are coming. So we definitely need to have like a little, I guess, fireside chat with some micro influencers. And then, get to know the people in Charlotte, which is so funny because I'm a salesperson, but I am such an introvert. Like, as soon as stuff be over, man, I be in my car like.
And I am the non-salesperson. I'm the extrovert, but I don't do good at networking.
So this is why we need each other.
Facts.
But do we need to go to InvestFest? I don't know, man, because low key it seems. I saw one. I will say this: the social media presence for InvestFest was a lot different this year than last year.
Do it looks like it went down? I feel like year over year it's been going down.
I don't want to put that out there on them because
that's
think
a stigma.
I think sometimes that comes across as hate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like even the people that went, I follow a lot of them, so I can't really say that I saw a lot of them even posting about it. And I will say I seen people that was there that supposedly was beefing with each other. So I'm almost wondering.
We're gonna get to.
I'm almost wondering is this like WWE type, beef, or is it real we don't like each other beef?
We're gonna have a conversation today. Then. The stigma on InvestFest is year over year the turnout has been down.
Yeah.
The reach has been down. And because people are, first of all, let's get into finance. It was easy, especially during COVID, when the EYL dudes was like really popping.
Yeah.
And that whole market was popping. It was easy because people had free money just to throw money into crypto, into stocks, into whatever the case may be. And a lot of people were starving, but a lot of people, pockets got fat during that time, right?
Yeah.
It's just like when, and this is no disrespect and no offense to anybody out there. A lot of houses burned down in California, but a lot of real estate was bought up by a lot of companies during the time. And it's one of those things like when somebody's crying, somebody's also getting rich. And that's how InvestFest has came off as like, is it a scammer fest? And unfortunately, and I put it like this, it was I don't know if Rich want me to say his name, but I said it. He's a videographer and he went down there every year. And that was his thing. Like, let me video everybody on the walk-in.
Yeah.
So, okay, now we got Steve Harvey coming in. You know what I'm saying? That's $200 million. And then you got some of the other celebrities getting up there and talking. And then you start noticing that, all right, the next year, the celebrities is toned down a little bit.
Yeah.
So instead of having 10 big celebrities there or A-listers or, whatever, now it's a bunch of...
I think a lot. I mean, this happens a lot in the black community where it's a great idea and it's executed well.
Okay.
But what's the trajectory?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like what's the trajectory on this? You know, are we pulling our money together and buying into, a bank, right? And taking over a major black bank?
Okay.
Are we doing that? And it's like, no, we're not doing that. So what are we doing? So we're getting on here. We're discussing the same things. Like, and look, that's fine. As someone posted in our comments a couple weeks ago, y'all are yappers. Y'all are great yappers, right? And I was like, real talk. Can you get mad at the comment? Because that's what we do. That's what makes the pod cool. We just two black dads that talk about pop culture. We throw some sports in at the end. We try to leave you with a tidbit of seriousness. And then we're out. We're just great yappers, right?
And I throw some bird shit in there because I'm a bird.
Yeah, right? So it's like, I was like, you know what? I don't think he meant that as an insult. I think he's right. We yap.
So it is that. Like, what are we doing here? But also, I hate to do this because it's us talking. I will say it. We get in there and be like, I can do this too. Yeah. Why are y'all seceding when I can do this too? And then we start hating. And
true.
What I was saying about, first of all, I don't follow InvestFest, EYL, none of them fellas. I do love what y'all do because it seems like y'all trying to help black people. And I like y'all motto, I ain't beefing with nobody black. That's cool.
Yes.
I don't subscribe. I don't live by that, but it's cool. I think the only people I do beef with are black. But that's something different. I'm a work in progress. But it does come off like, people get up in there. People will show up. I give you an example. I was photographing a political event, right? And one of the guys who won this council seat, the last election, he wasn't running this time, but he was endorsing a person there. And he was like, I came to her first announcement event. I saw the number. Now elections is 30 days out. The numbers have increased. He said, I wonder who works for the other side that's in here. And, it was laughing. A couple of people laughed, but a couple of people started turning their heads. And I was like, oh, he meant that.
Yeah.
People do show up from the other side to come hate, to take notes, to figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, figure out what you're doing.
Absolutely. So it was one of those situations, I imagine that happens at this InvestFest. And then also, I don't like this, but I get it. All right, I did that one for the love. How much you paying for me to come? Because it costs me money to show up. I imagine... I know Steve Harvey can write a lot of stuff. He looking for any write-off he can get, right? But if it ain't Steve Harvey, you can't be mad when Steve Harvey say, hey, my speaking engagement fee is X. Can you give me that? And what ends up happening, it reminds me of this. You niggas then already lost the hip-hop awards.
Well, I mean...
And I use that example to say, Yeah, you can't get Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Kanye to show up every year. You can't get Kendrick, Drake, Nicki, Lil Wayne to show up every year. But you know what happens when we stop supporting our own?
Is that a symptom of the community, as in we're not supporting our own, or is that the fakeness where people are like, you know what? I thought this was real, but it's coming across now as fake.
Oh, so we can invest it. We can advance this conversation because I know what you want to get to because I want to get to it too. Hollywood always going to be Hollywood.
Yeah.
And Hollywood has spread past California.
Yeah.
And that's the industry. So now we get into maybe if, look, I saw some people that was in InvestFEST the first year. They got their own little InvestFEST. And them niggas going to jail. I keep telling y'all they're going to jail one day. Okay? Well, when they go to jail, I'm coming on this pod to let y'all know they went to jail.
We gonna let a sleeping dog lie.
Yeah, sure. But it is a Hollywood thing. You know, I feel bad for Hollywood people because I have met people, let's tell the truth.
Yeah, let's tell the truth.
We didn't have pods to reach out to us. And then once we reach back out, they comment again. We reach back out and they go ghost.
Oh, yeah. We definitely get ghost.
Multiple podcasts.
And, and let's be honest, right? When we're 10 times, 20 times what we are today, right? They're going to reach right back out.
Absolutely.
Right? It's like, that's the game. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that per se.
BeefFest. Shout out to Queenzflip. I love you on the Joe Budden podcast. I love everything you do on the Joe Budden podcast. I knew about you from battle rap before you started potting. I think you bring a level of ignorance to the pod that is necessary.
I agree.
And the reason why is more people that think like Flip than people that think like Mark or Ish or Ice put together.
Yeah.
Not saying that Flip is ignorant because Flip was Castanet before Castanet.
Yeah.
It just wasn't no streaming around.
Yeah.
So you talking about somebody who said, the biggest jokes I always see is I hope Soulja Boy had stock in YouTube.
Yeah.
Because he was the first artist on YouTube. When people was just like, well, why I'm not putting nothing on YouTube. And he was 16 saying I'm putting every music video I got on YouTube.
Yeah.
And Soulja Boy was Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? So Flip is one of those great people. He talked about, I made $1 million off of YouTube before any of y'all knew who I was. Like he was in that. So I like Flip. I'm not calling him ignorant, but he do play that ignorant role on that pod, and he does it very well. He ran up on Charlamange in classic Flip fashion. He wanted to talk to Charlamange about what's up with you and Joe, man.
Yeah.
And this made me laugh because Joe and Charlamange are doing the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, and they've been doing it for a decade, and I think it's amazing. For those who do not know, I'm going to give y'all my rendition of what's been going on. Joe and Charlamagne have been beefing for at least it's 2025 since 2010. And it hasn't blown up. And the only reason why it never blew up is because when Charlamagne was rich, Joe Budden was broke as a joke.
Yeah.
And it's easy when the number one black urban radio station in the world, or at least in America, is kicking your back end and you are a Love and Hip Hop $2,500 an episode actor. And I remember laughing, and I'm putting myself into this with two people who don't know I exist. I remember listening to The Breakfast Club laughing when they used to kick Joe's back end. He was a laughing stock on that pod.
Yeah.
And it was sad. I mean, it wasn't sad at the time. The shit was funny.
Because let's be honest, back then, we really didn't know who Joe Budden was. We knew Joe Budden was a rapper, right? But it's like, I mean, how many rappers we know now that we really don't know anything about?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of in the place that Joe was. Now, in New York City, which is its own little sphere of information, they probably were similar circles, right?
Yeah.
But I think at that time you had a Charlamagne that was ascending, right? Because he wasn't Wendy Williams' little boy no more, right? So he was ascending and he was becoming his own person, and that brings in all the arrogance and the cockiness or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what Charlamagne was.
Yeah, and it's like, and I think it was easy to take shots at Little Joe.
Yeah,
then,
and some of the shots Joe deserved.
Joe do stuff.
Like Joe, sleeping under your ex's bed.
Joe does stuff, so I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah, Joe was doing stuff, and I will say this: no offense to Joe Budden, you are a terrible interviewee. When you're being interviewed, you show up like, A, I don't want to be here. B, I'm annoyed and I'm too cool for school.
Yeah.
And you don't give it up. Now, when you're on your space, you are a totally different person.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally do my best not to watch when Joe is being interviewed because he don't give it up. And it's cool.
Yeah.
And that's just, but here's the thing. This is why I say it's cool. He let everybody know this how I do on interviews. So don't expect anything different, right? So when he used to go up there, and this is when Charlamagne was, yo, I'm going to be a comedian and I'm not a comedian.
Yeah.
I think I'm a comedian, like a fake comedian. I make jokes. They are funny. It is what it is. Now, it got weird for me when Joe started doing this thing of saying, hey, he Professor X and I'm Magneto. And I used to always think to myself, you're not big as Charlamagne or close. And we talking Flip and Melissa Ford been on the show for 2 years. Ish and them have to be on there 2 more years before that. So we're talking like 5-6 years ago. Joe wasn't as big as Charlamagne. And still to this day, Breakfast Club is number one urban podcast.
I mean, they've taken off what? I mean, I guess honestly, I would say Rory when Rory and Mal was there, I think he took off kind of after that. I think that breakup kind of made the pod go to another
Unknown
level.
caller.
Sis, I'm going to have to call you back. I don't know who you are. Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. They were growing and they were in that podcast space because when you talk about that, you talking about episodes 150.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. They in 800s now. You know what I'm saying? But that's when he was calling himself that. And he was sitting with Charlamagne. And Charlamagne, you know, they were always jab with each other. And then you had to realize that they not as big. You know what I'm saying? And then now, let's speed it up. You are, in the last 3 years, you are... Joe has been saying I make more money than all of y'all in this podcast space for a while, and nobody believed him until that Ferrari showed up.
Yeah.
Until, you know, most recently that New York Times article showed up, and it's starting to make sense. And then you doing the numbers, and you still, you know. And I always tell everybody, I think those Breakfast Club podcast stats is juked.
Oh, absolutely. You know, they push it out to everybody on Black Effect day one.
What, everybody on iHeart?
Yeah, iHeart. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Before whether you listen to it or not, right? It's downloaded.
It's downloaded.
Yeah.
It's like when they put that Bon Jovi album on our
Exactly.
iPhones that one time. Oh my gosh, nothing made me madder than that.
Yeah. So like that I mean that's all it is. And again, right? Before you take off, you got to kind of believe that you're that person anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. You're not going to get there and then be like, oh, now I'm special, right? You got to think you're special before you got there. And big ups to Joe, but thinking he was special before he got there. The question here is Joe really going to take this beef on now? Because now he's
gonna pull a Kendrick.
He's on the level.
Nah, he don't want it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he's on the level now, right? Him and Charlamagne, like there is no. I mean, in some places, Joe's probably higher. Joe probably makes a higher income than Charlamagne right now.
Maybe.
He probably makes more. And Joe might have more access now. Now, right? Not previously, but now, you know. So I guess it seems like everybody got this beef going on right now. We got EYL beefing with Wall Street Trapper.
Joe
we got Joe and Charlamagne.
And then we got...
Then come to find out...
oh my gosh, where is this one at? Because this is funny. This is I love random ass.
Mark Lamont Hill. He is kind of like, you know, he backtracked on a bunch of stuff with me, and he kind of toned the energy down because I had said like, yo, I don't know how it's gonna go with like a possible appearance on the Joe Budden podcast with that guy there because he's a regular cast now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, and you know, he had kind of said, yo, listen, you know, I probably said some stuff, but like,
this is New York.
I don't really mean like that. He kind of really de-escalated, and I kind of said, all right, well, the tone and the things you were saying, I felt there was real hatred there. A lot of times people like me and you, we don't have a problem with these people. They seem to have a problem with us.
Yeah, I heard with Mark Lamont Hill, someone told me this.
Yeah.
Because he's from Philly, right?
Yeah.
Mark Lamont Hill seems to think that I'm the reason why ARAB got locked up.
Probably.
This is what someone told me. And he was, I guess, like, I don't know, a fan of ARAB. Or maybe
so where did you put the body?
He feels like I'm the reason that ARAB got locked up. It just shows how stupid.
ARAB got a video where he said, yo, this is skinny me right here. He said he the type of nigga, he'll shoot 3 niggas and go to the studio and rap about it. And the crazy thing is, I seen him do it. So I know he not lying. And I'm like, probably don't want to say that one.
ARAB has himself said that I had nothing to do with anything that's happened to him.
Hold on.
Like,
there was a fake rumor that was saying that, you were in the paperwork, which is fake.
I'm not. There was a fake article that had a judge thanking me.
Hold on, y'all.
For
we get into
helping
the part.
to the victim, which I think Mark Lamont Hill retweeted or some shit. So you're dealing with a little bit of stupidity here. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't really have a problem with Mark Lamont Hill, but it's shit like this that kind of annoys me.
He's in our sphere now. You see, all that political shit, that's not what's busting right now. He's on the Joe Budden podcast talking about Brittany Renner and talking about, Kendrick Lamar.
He's been on my show before. We've debated before. We've debated about the death penalty. I think he's an intelligent guy. That's why when he started to turn against me, I'm like, motherfucker, I had you on my show. Like, I showed
Virtue signaling. We should do this. Me,
that's what white people do.
Him, Joe Budden.
Let's do it.
A four-way podcast.
Let's do it.
A four-way podcast where everybody's just shooting. Maybe a moderator, but a four-way podcast.
Who pod should they do that on? I'm going to say Joe.
Joe's, 100%.
I'm going to say Joe's.
I love, that is top tier glazing right there. Or I want to glaze you so I can hang out. Now, they do go right after that and say, no, we should do it on a neutral site. Well, who going to post it?
It should be the guy who probably owns his own network.
It should be the guy who gets the most views out of all of y'all.
Exactly.
And it ain't Vlad. I don't care what you say. Joe gets more views.
But we have Vlad. So now Vlad and Mark Lamont Hill
are beefing.
And this is my problem with Vlad because he's such a clout chaser. He's such a clout chaser.
That's what this is.
That's all it is. Because why would you mention Mark Lamont Hill all of a sudden now? Right? He just got on pods, basically, non-political pods. What, this year, I think?
Yeah, he started like at the top of this year.
So now that he's ascending, and you're like, I don't watch. Obviously, you watch. Like,
I hate liars.
This is top tier clout chaser. But again, right? What's up with all the beef right now in the podcast
Niggas
sphere?
Don't like each other, and I love it. I don't know why when you're on socials or why you don't like somebody, you can't say I don't like you. I don't rock with and I wish more of these podcasters, entertainers, YouTubers, whatever, would say, yo, this is why I don't like somebody, but they don't want to sound like hurt, petty, or annoyed. Everybody trying to be too cool for school.
Well, I mean, because for one, everybody's gonna say, well, that's not a good reason, right? It don't matter why you say somebody don't like. Everybody can be like, well, that's not a good reason not to like somebody. So I think a lot of people just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna avoid the argument. To your point, if you don't like somebody, I do think you should be. Here's the thing: don't be fake.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like somebody, just be like, yeah, I don't rock with you.
Yeah,
and just leave it at that. I don't think we should be having beef, right? I really hope, because I get it. Record labels are not putting out black music anymore. I get it. so we got to take the beef somewhere else. I do pray that we don't bring that ridiculousness over into the pod sphere. This is not the place to really, really be upset at individuals. The internet is not real.
The internet is not real, but also too many people are Hollywood. And when you not Hollywood or you don't understand it, it's tough. You talking about Joe Budden, whose family is from Sumter. You talking about Charlamagne, whose family is from
Charleston.
Damn near Charleston, right? The outskirts of Charleston.
Corner,
yeah, which is worse than Charleston. You talking about two people, both, Joe's from New York, Jersey, whatever. Charlamagne goes up there. It's a different world for them.
Yeah.
So both of them very, very much early in their career was just shooting at people that they were meeting as Hollywood. I think Joe looked at Charlamagne and was like, damn, you turned Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
You looking at somebody, talking about Mark Lamont Hill, and shout out to the person on YouTube who tried to tell us that all black people ain't from the South, and then added in so many other states. And I just sent him the Google articles like, nope, 60% are from the Southeast. Thank you.
Yes.
Shut the hell up. Anyway, but you get these people. One of my favorite things is, let me go back to Mark Lamont. Mark Lamont probably has, and if not, Vlad, you know why most people don't like you.
Exactly. Like, Vlad, you're not an idiot.
If you don't know, go try to keep sitting down with Godfrey and he'll keep explaining it to you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that will let you clearly know. And I love Vlad was like, I just wanted to have a conversation. I ran into Joe at the mall or whatever the store they was at. They was at some fancy ass store. Yeah. And he was like, it was no beef. It's like, because some people just look at you as a goof and keep it moving.
Well, I mean, what he'll do, beef in Louis Vuitton?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good.
And here's the thing: I'm not beefing with anybody. Like, look, you could look. You say what you want. I have one requirement: don't touch me. But you could say what you want, man. Just don't, when you see me, don't look at me and be like, hey, we cool, and like, no.
Facts. That's the other thing.
Just don't do that either, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if we don't rock with each other, we don't rock with each other when we see each other. We don't rock with each other when we don't see each other. Just keep that same energy.
Everybody that know I don't like them knows why I don't like them. And it was funny because we talked about that last night. I'm having deja vu because I said I was going to say this on the pod and I was like, I shouldn't. But here we go. My sister's getting more into that marketing and PR space.
Yeah.
And she's like, you should come do this. You should go sit here. You should speak to this person. And it's funny with her because she'll tell me people, I'm like, I don't rock with him.
Yeah.
And she's like, why? And I'm like, certain people, I don't want to play the game, especially not in Charlotte. This ain't Atlanta.
I'll transact with you. You know what I'm saying? Like if we got to make money together, I'll make money together. But it's like, yo, that's it. That's the terms and conditions right there.
Yeah,
like we're not going beyond that.
One of the dudes who we made a video about, I ran into him a week later at an event. First thing he got up there, he threw a shot at me, and I'm in the audience. I knew exactly who he was talking about. But guess what? I think I had COVID. I think I was sick. So I was there. I heard him speak for 30 minutes. I'm like, foolishness. Let me grab my shit. I gotta go. But yeah. Shout out to anybody. If you think we're your ops, we're not big enough for you to be mad at us yet. But when we get there, please feel free to let me know that you don't like us. And probably you'll only have a problem with me because I'm not afraid to say your name on this podcast.
I'm not gonna have any ops.
You should.
Why?
I don't know.
If you're not cutting the check, I ain't gonna be upset with you.
There you go. Hold on, y'all. Let's run this right quick. Hold on.
If the husband dies, the wife is going to be fine. Really? Yeah. Widows are way happier than widowers. I told that to my wife, and she's like, huh. Widowers do really poorly, generally. Men do very poorly. And part of the reason is because these data are disputed, but more or less they're directionally correct. 60% of 60-year-old men say their best friend is their wife. 30% of their wives say their best friend is their husband. Women have more relationships. They have closer, deeper love relationships with non-related kin and with the adult children typically than the husband does. The husband's most intense companionate relationship typically is with the wife.
I love how he said this data is disputed, but it's
but I'm gonna go ahead and just spewed it out
as fact.
Yeah, as fact. You know what? I'm so sick of this that we're looking at this the wrong way.
Okay.
Right? Everybody's like, yeah, women are fine when their husbands die, right? Husbands are not fine when their wife dies. So it's this assumption that, the wife is really, really taking care of the husband. You know what the truth is? The truth is actually the opposite. The reason why women are so fine when their husband dies is because he creates a life that she can exist without him, right? Whether it's the life insurance, the house being paid off, having enough money saved up, that man is taking care of that woman beyond his life.
Absolutely.
And that's why she's able to have such this high level of happiness when he's gone, is because she knows that even in his death that he still loves her. So of course she's still happy.
So I heard this as, I kind of agree with him and I understand it. I guess I've seen it from your point of view as well. I just saw it as though when you get married, you might not, it's the resources that you need from your partner. You don't marry her for those resources.
No, you don't.
So it's kind of like, hey, I'm here. My wife is my best friend. I tell her that all the time.
Yeah.
I know she's my best friend, but I do also understand that she has a relationship with my son that is different and could never have.
Yeah.
Like she felt him for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's always funny because I'm like, dang, I always try to get her to explain what that felt like. And she can't never do it. And then she get emotional about it, which I get. She was like, yo, flutters turns into kicks. And you be like, yo, I got to see him.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, I don't get to feel none of that. I get to put my hand there. I get to talk, whatever. So I understand that. Also, yo, I don't know, man.
Men are also more romantic. So of course, when our wife died, we're like, shit, yes, I'm sad. I really love the girl.
Yeah.
They say this as if it's an insult, when the truth of the matter is the only thing you're proving is how much better men are at romance than women.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. Whenever you report this, like, yes, men are more romantic. Next question.
Yeah. Shout out to some hood reporting right here. Ozempic, they getting sued. I ain't mad at it.
Everybody's gonna always get sued. I don't understand why y'all hate GLP-1s when y'all know that fatness is the issue in this country.
Well, the problem is with Ozempic is, let's be real. I think we came on this podcast because my wife was on something. She wasn't on Ozempic, but whatever she was on, the doctor was explaining it was like a derivative of Ozempic, one of the other ones, right? But my wife had diabetes.
Did she want you to put the information out here?
It's too late now. I think I said it. No, I said it before. Because I said, yo, her doctor told her, and because I came on a podcast and said, yo, my wife, she had diabetes, and the doctor was saying like, yo, these people's stomachs is about to get tore up.
Yeah.
Because they taking it and they don't have whatever people who are diabetic have in their body that makes them lose the weight.
Yeah.
Like normal people don't have it, or people without diabetes don't have it. So it's going to lock up their stomach and it's going to tear their stomach up. Her doctor told her this years ago. And it was funny because her doctor kept telling her like, this is about to get real bad. Because people buying it off the black market. People like who need it are selling it.
Yeah. And that's crazy. You could just really go to for hims or for hers and order it, microdose it. Here's the thing. I think in the next 20 years, if you're fat on this planet, it's really going to say something about you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think all the because it's everything. At one point in time, Tylenol was a prescription drug, right?
Okay.
Nasonex was a prescription drug. Like at some point in time, all these drugs are like prescription, and then you figure it out. You figure out dosages. You figure out how people are going to respond to it, side effects.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, what's the alternative, right? Like, do we want people that can't breathe at all from February to November, or are we going to put Nasonex out, right?
What if they like? Nah, people like being big though. Some people like BBWs, so what they gonna do? You don't think people like BBWs?
I think
it's dudes who into BB dubs.
I think that they have convinced themselves that they.
Nah, I know some dudes who like big girls, and they've only been with big girls. And I know one girl especially, and she's a nice chick. She like big dudes.
There's beautiful. Okay. Oh shit!
You could have just said yeah.
I know, right?
He was right there.
Too honest on this freaking pod, man.
Some people got kinks. That's what I'm saying. We don't kink shame.
Yes, we do not kink shame. But this is what I'm saying. All right. So what I'm saying is like we have made thick become this all encompassing word, right?
Yeah.
BBW just there's very pretty cute chubby women that exist, right?
Okay.
And then
I ain't talking about them.
And then there's women that are beyond that.
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't talking about the thick. I know the difference. Just like how y'all ain't know 5, 6 between 7s and 8s and 9s and 10s. I know the difference between thick, BB dub, obese.
Yes. Right. And I think that obese gets slammed into those other two.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Well, because we lie.
Yeah. There you go.
But, and I ain't talking about us. I'm just talking about people lying.
You a
nice
exactly.
BB dub.
Yeah,
you be like, nah, you morbidly obese.
Yeah. So I think men do like curves, right? Like women like thick men, right? Like I'm a thick guy, right? I'm not a skinny guy. You know what I'm saying? But let me be honest. When I was 40 pounds heavier, I knew I was too heavy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So the chicks that I was with, I was just like, yeah, I already know.
It's cool.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to myself about this, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody's kind of in that boat where it's like, I like you. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really need you to be the perfect version of what I want. I like you. Yeah. So
I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the big chicks. The BB dubs. The ones that's 240.
I don't think people like carrying that weight around, man.
Oh, that part.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think like even when I see it on TikTok and and this body positivity and all this other bullshit.
Lizzo.
I know that if they lose that weight, they're gonna rock with the new body. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be like,
I gotta eat.
Hey, let me get back to that old body. Like I constantly see that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think anybody's really into being big. I think you get big, and then it's so much hard work to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, dude, I'm talking about GLP-1, 5 days a week gym, fucking basically a 5K a day.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? It takes 6 months to lose 30 fucking pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that is easy, right?
Melissa Ford told y'all, man, she was on it for a month because she had to lose something to do with menopause.
Yeah, she lied about a month.
Duh.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. On social media, if you see somebody and they go from big and in like 9 months, they're not big and they're in shape, they are going to the gym. They are eating clean, but they are 100% on the GLP P1.
Yeah.
The gym won't do it. The gym will not do it.
Yeah. And Melissa, you wasn't big, but they kept making Ozempic jokes to you. And you kept getting upset.
They body shame Mel into losing a little bit of weight.
No. They kept saying, "Are you on Ozempic?" And she kept saying no.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, she admitted she was. So that's why they always.
Because once you lose that weight, it's obvious. You got to be honest. You got to be honest.
Yo, y'all stop calling me during the pod, man.
Even I got a phone call today. That was actually my brother calling me.
Oh, see, should have had you plugged up.
I should have answered it, but I don't want to put him on the spot like that.
Absolutely, say something out of pocket.
Exactly.
There was this chick online. She was talking about friendships and what she demands out of men who is her friends. And nothing to me was out of pocket. I do felt like she kept saying, "You know what? Let's just."
I don't think. Yeah, you know, I didn't think anything that she said was out of pocket. I did. One of the things that I did think though was, why do y'all come to social media
to say it?
To say it, right?
And for those who I know, she was saying, I guess y'all don't know because we didn't say it. She was saying things like, "Hey, I shouldn't be walking towards the side of the streets. You should get the door for me. I don't expect you to pay for me, but I do expect you to maybe hold my bags if we going shopping." What else was it?
I don't know, but
you should pump my gas.
This is the thing, though. One of the reasons why I added it to the list, because I was like, is this one guy friend or is this numerous guy friends?
I don't. She probably has numerous. I'm gonna put it to you like this: my homegirl, who's my best friend, everything I said I would do, everything she said I would do for her. But my homegirl, I stopped going out with her because she thought I was picking up the bill every time, and I'm like, you're not. My wife.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to go to.
And I was just like, we ain't doing this.
If
also,
we are friends, I am not picking up the tab. I might pick it up every now and then.
Yeah, but I'm not. We don't go Dutch.
We're not on a date. Okay, we're not like chill. And I'm not carrying your bags.
And T, that's why I had to cut you off. That shit was crazy. I think one night we went out. I might have burnt like $200.
Yeah, and look, sometimes I pick up the tab. I pick up the tab for my boys. I pick up the tab for my homegirl. Sometimes, look, and I will say this about my lady friends, my female friends. They're notorious for picking up the tab because they all make more money than me.
Facts.
So they know I don't even reach when I'm out with them sometimes and be like, yeah, you got this.
Is it in the car? Is my wallet in the car? And also, I'm with Mike. I'm not going to no store with you. So I'm not carrying any bags.
I'm not shopping with you. I hate shopping. I order everything online.
Yeah, what am I going to
the only
mall?
time I go to a store to shop is when I need new sizes. And I'm like, you know what? I need to see know what size I wear.
Absolutely. So I ain't doing that. We got to do this because your boy is talking and never mind. Let me save it, man.
Which boy is this?
You know what Ryan Clark do, man. You love Ryan Clark. Stop it.
Gary Chris Brown. In the rain, sleet, wind, he don't care. Now, ain't no forecast for greatness. He just showed up, made a statement. RC, you said it. You said he was a bad man.
Bro, I didn't say he was a bad man. Chris Brown
I love how you
is
rate
the
yourself.
most talented artist
Say
that
the
has
dumbest thing
ever
ever.
lived. And when I said that Chris Brown was more talented than Michael Jackson, folks got mad at me. And when folks said that, there was like, Michael Jackson stood on the stage and made people cry. Michael Jackson has these 3 great albums that are all classic in the top 5 of all time. All of those things are true. In a time that has changed, right? Where anybody could make an album, where you could put it out any kind of way. Chris Brown has put out albums with 45 songs.
All right, now you lose an argument. Ryan, I'll take over. Is Chris Brown more talented than Michael Jackson? Talented.
No.
Oh, Chris Brown is definitely more talented than Michael Jackson. I want to welcome everybody to the Black Gas Club.
No.
He is.
He is not.
Who danced better? It ain't Mike.
It's Mike.
No.
It is Mike.
It is 100. Chris Brown, 100%.
There's more variety for Chris to choose from, but you can't tell me that there's anything that Chris does that Mike wouldn't be able to do.
Do a backflip.
A backflip. Okay, outside of the backflip. That I concede, right? So you didn't say you say more talented. You say he's more athletic.
No, that's talent. When I'm doing
it, guy's athletic. But is he more talented?
He dances better. When Michael Jackson was alive, they did a best dancer of all time, and Chris Brown came in 3rd. And Michael Jackson was like 6th. I'm gonna just put that out there. Michael Jackson was alive when they did this thing. Chris Brown was probably still. He couldn't have been. This was before Rihanna.
This had to be baby Chris Brown, like teenage Chris Brown.
They were saying Chris Brown was a better dancer before he was 21.
Look, no, this will not be.
Who was a better singer? I was gonna give it to Mike because it's too much auto-tune today. But if you're doing the breathing,
no, because Chris can, dude. Chris is just Christmas. I gotta play that like
that's my movie too.
I gotta play that like every Christmas. Like Chris is talented, right? But I think sometimes
who's a better writer? Chris Brown.
No,
Mike ain't write nothing.
No, dude, Mike contributed on everything that he put together. So that's
if I'm keeping the lights on, you damn right you're gonna pull the Beyonce and put my name on everything.
Mike did more than that, man. Like, dude, like I think so much time has went past that we're kind of diminishing.
So what does Michael Jackson do besides popularity?
I mean, dude, that's part of it, right? Being an entertainer.
Yeah.
Before I forget this point on Ryan Clark, this is my beef with Ryan Clark is because if the world turned on Chris Brown tomorrow, you'll be making an apology for this freaking video. That's what I don't like. You do not stand on anything worth a darn.
Well, that is
his shit, I guess.
Yeah, that's him and Mark.
Yeah, Mark Lamar. Yeah. All right. But with that being said, no, man, like, dude, MJ all around, you're going to be hard pressed to ever find an entertainer, right? That's better than Michael Jackson. Period, point blank. I mean, the dude sold out a 55,000 seat stadium like 10 nights in a row.
Yeah, in Japan.
Yeah, dude, who can do that?
Bad Bunny doing it, but it's only 15. No, here's my problem. Mike grew up in an era where, and I'm not trying to take nothing away, because Michael Jackson to me is the greatest entertainer. I think Chris Brown, I'm not mad at nobody picking Chris Brown because I know who the better dancer, the better singers up there. But we talking about in a time where, they created that stuff for you. They created,
but there's no social media back then though.
And we controlled everything. But this is what I was going to get to. I'm not going to hold this against Mike because Mike grew up in a very racist time.
Yeah.
Where black people couldn't do X, Y, and Z, right? So to break through, but we got to talk about, like, we knew who controlled radio. Now you don't need radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's more wide open. So the floodgates is flooded. But at the same time, Michael Jackson was like, they could play Michael Jackson every day. The labels was buying albums. You know what I'm saying? The labels was controlling everything. So if we are keeping the lights on in music, in entertainment, it is what it is. Michael Jackson couldn't go outside without being in costume.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we know who the bigger, and I'm getting out of that pop thing, but I love Mike. We know what it was.
And I love Chris. This is by no means a diminishing anything about Chris Brown. Matter of fact, Chris Brown is a good example of making sure that you stay with women that want to see you win, because if that mistake never happens, I do want he's still huge, right? Yeah. And I'm like, what would he be
close to, Mike?
Yeah, he might be close to Mike. Like, if that never happens, right? Like,
if that never happens,
does he becomes?
If Justin Bieber don't twig out, we talking about those are the two what ifs in our industry.
Yeah. I mean, all day. Like, I mean, so. For him to still be that good, for him to make the mistakes that everybody hate him, and then you still like, the talent is undeniable. Like,
it's not. He on his stadium tour right now, but Mike was in Japan 55K 10 nights straight, and it's crazy. It was funny enough. Friday night, The American Dream was on. The Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Of course, I watch that. I watch that every time it's on, man. Every time. Do we want to do the horny people?
Yeah, you know what? Why are the Christians so horny all of a sudden?
Because sex is taboo in church.
It shouldn't be. Like, y'all are too horny right now. Like, or because I'm seeing this coming from the evangelical. So, are the women not sleeping with their husbands?
I don't know if it's that or if it's
Because here's the thing: if women are that horny and they're not sleeping with their husbands, they're telling themselves.
Yeah, I just think that
because they sleep with somebody,
they are getting cracked or getting cracked.
They getting cracked.
I just don't know, man. It's just one of those interesting things because it is coming out more and more. The Lala Rose, like now she always on my timeline because I click too many videos and laugh. I laugh. I love women are the greatest gaslighters in this country, and they do a very, very good job at it. So now I love Lala Rose stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man. They are horny, but you get to church and people can't talk.
Dude, I had speaking of gaslight, I'm gonna tell the story. We're deep in the pod, so y'all on the B side. If you hear this.
Even though 70% of our listeners go to the last minute.
I know, right? So I remember I had met this chick in college, whatever. We kicked it, had a great time and all, right? All that what that entails. And I remember I ended up meeting her like it's like 8 years later, right? And I'm like, yo, I think I know this girl, right? You know, and then she comes up, she introduced herself to me, and I'm just like, yo, I was like, did we, kick it back in the day? And she was just like, no, we knew each other, but we didn't really kick it like that. And I was just like, I don't know, like it feel like we kicked it like that. And she was just like, no, that never happened or whatever. So anyway, she's attractive, right? So, I shoot my shot because I shoot my shot.
Yeah.
So we end up going back out like, yo, I basically ended up dating the chick I had already cracked. I ain't even gonna lie.
Damn.
But she gaslit me, bro. She told me, she was like, nah, that never happened. And then, so what made it click for me is like, we doing the do, and it comes back because I was like, yo, that's that right there, right?
You introduced me to it.
Yeah. And then I was like, yo, why you lied to me like that and said we? And she just bust out laughing.
See.
I was like, yo, she had me going, bro. I was just like, bro, I could have sworn.
Shout out to her. Thank you for getting Mike.
She got me. She really, really did.
I've been on my docs lately. I don't know if anybody is watching the Magic City doc. This is the greatest doc ruined by too many hands in a pot.
Oh,
yeah. It's good though. It is a must watch, but it's very they just, first of all, they got like 8 executive producers. Which I don't know why. That just means y'all put money into it, I'm assuming, and whatever, but I understand that y'all get say so. Like,
but do all 8 want to be in it?
Yeah, Drake is in there, Jermaine Dupri is one of them, Mr. Magic is an executive producer, and there's like 5 other names who I didn't read, but like they are all, like Drake and Jermaine Dupri are executive producers, but it's like 6 other names with them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you could just tell. And then at the end, they was like edited by, and I'm like, the editor, like, all right, whatever. Which is cool. Editors, videographers and editors should be listed, but it was just weird the way they did that. But it's a lot of just, it's cool. I've never been to Magic City because it's right across the street. It's in the hood. I mean,
yeah, it is in the hood.
I mean, it's in downtown Atlanta, but it's like hoodish.
20 years ago, Atlanta was all the hood except for Buckhead.
Absolutely.
Like if you was in Atlanta, you were in the hood. Like downtown
Absolutely.
was not cool in Atlanta 20 years ago.
But he explained, it's a good doc. I like it. Me and my wife just laughing because they really, if you don't know, if you go to Atlanta, they explain like why Atlanta has nude strip clubs. And it was something with the law, and it was just like a big...
Yeah, I've been to Magic City. It's cool. Blue Flame was my spot, though.
Yeah, they talk about him and Blue Flame.
But it was just too far out.
Yeah, they went through all that. Yeah. And it was his mindset of just hustling. Like, he was a salesman, and he was making great money, but he wanted to open up that. But it's cool. And it's just random titties all throughout this. Like...
I do hate when shows sexualize... Just... for me, women, because I'm attracted to women, but I see it sometimes with guys too. And it's just like, yo, if you write well enough, I don't need the titties.
Yeah, they doing something and all the girls are sitting around like a girl smoking a cigarette or whatever. And they just talked to, because his mindset was, I want the finest women in here. I will go get them from other strip clubs and recruit them. And they had recruitments and everything. And so the girls, they showing the girls, she's smoking a cigarette and it's 8 women surrounding her. Nobody got a shirt on. And it's just like, this is just bad editing or whatever. But cool, it's whatever. I was watching that. I got to finish the Jussie Smollett doc.
Why does he have a doc?
Because, man, he told y'all he ain't do it.
Yes, because people are out in Chicago.
At 2
a.m. in negative 20-degree weather carrying ropes and Clorox.
It's
you know when I knew he lied? When he used double slurs. Because I was like, nobody's that much of a racist.
Yeah, double slurs is always weird because you either one or the other.
You one or the other. Like nobody's that much of a bigot.
My favorite thing in church, and I probably shouldn't say this. My favorite part, we was having my dad was speaking to the younger boys in church, and he was just like, he asked us all what's the definition of a thug, right? Because he was like, some of y'all think y'all cool. And he was like, you know what? Some of y'all think y'all cool, but y'all don't even know how to curse. I'm like 12.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, wait, what? And all the older boys in our class bust out laughing.
Yeah.
He was like, y'all that's laughing, y'all know y'all don't cuss right.
Yeah.
And I say that to say, when you, now that I'm older, I understood what he was saying. And some people curse wrong because they be putting two cuss words together that don't even fit. And so when it gets to bigots, like they don't double up on both sides.
No, because
like,
bigots are sure why they are bigots.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So typically they just stick with what they know.
Facts.
So when you hit me with the whole double slur thing, I was like, oh yeah, you made that up.
Mine's was
allegedly
the Subway bag.
Yeah.
It was that. And it wasn't that he went to Subway. Cool, you went to Subway. You just been attacked by two men. You still had a noose around your neck. And your Subway bag that you said got thrown is perfectly intact. Come on. Who you playing with? You playing with the wrong one. I ain't that dumb. I got to finish it. Also, the Love Island reunion. I ain't finna double y'all. I do got a question. So one of the girls, the black girls asked one of the girls, hey, we want you to speak out to your platform. And the reason why they wanted her to speak out, because her platform was much bigger than everybody's on the show, right?
Is this the Olandra chick
yes, Olandra
that we seeing everywhere
with the white
on
boy.
Twitter?
Yeah. Shout out to her. She is fine. And I told my wife when the show started, she's the finest after Sierra, but she racist, so we can't say
I
her
just
name.
know the Olandra chick because for some reason it just keeps showing up in my timeline.
Well, I mean, you know why.
Yeah, because I hate divesta stuff and Twitter constantly try to enrages me.
Yeah, you got to start blocking it.
I do. I block so much, man.
Yeah.
No. So many people, like, the pod takes off, it's going to be so many divestors and
why am I blocked?
Why am I blocked? Like, why did he block me? And it's like, yo, I don't even dislike you. I'm literally just trying to clean my timeline. You keep popping up.
Yeah, the whole OVO camp and they followers gonna be mad at me. But Olandra and Shelly was asking Huda, like, yo, can you speak out on your platform? People doing a lot of racist stuff. And apparently Huda didn't get to it. She said she forgot, whatever. But they were very adamant on, you knew people were being mean and racist to us online and you never spoke out. Was it Huda's job to speak out?
Hooters. Who's Hooters?
Huda.
Okay, so Huda, is that a boy or girl?
It's a chick.
It's a chick.
All three of them was like friends. But
so
the
Huda,
end,
is Huda like a not black chick?
Nah, she Palestinian.
She's Palestinian.
Which came in play.
She has her own problems right now.
She told them that.
Yeah.
So I was, she said, yo, because one of the girls, apparently, Olandria, they put her head on George Floyd's body. And that really bothered her. And she asked her, she said, yo, people are coming out saying that I'm bullying you. Can you speak out on your platform to say, hey, she's not bullying me? Because you've already told me privately, I know you're not bullying me. I don't know why they're saying this. And
the internet's not a real place. No, it is not Huda. She's Palestinian. I need to go see what she look like.
That's the chick from Fayetteville, moved to Raleigh. Now she in LA.
Is that the one with the kid?
Yep.
Oh.
She cute though.
She is cute.
Yeah, but she's not a good woman. You know how you always say that? Like, she's not a good woman.
She's like, I do say that. I do not say that on air. But any of my guys that know me, they ask about a chick. I'm like, yeah, she's not a good woman.
No, you definitely said Brittany Renner and is not
I'm talking about like in general. Yeah, no, Brittany Renner, absolutely not a good woman. I'm just saying, like, I would never point out someone that we know.
Oh, no.
And like publicly say it.
Well, you've never done that to me privately either. But I'm telling you, this girl who is now
I only met like two of your girlfriends.
Oh, that's true.
And you broke up with the first one before I could get to it.
There you go. I got a joke. That was a joke. That is a layup. There's a layup.
But no, is it her place? Let's go ahead and skip ahead at it. No, absolutely not. And she's Palestinian. She got her own set of problems right now.
Yeah, she said that. She was like, yo, I'm Palestinian.
Did Olandra, is she speaking up on behalf of Palestine online?
No.
Of course. Women have to stop being so selfish. Right, for real. Like, you got, like, you definitely have to look at other people and look at their situation and be like, hey, let me kind of understand where that person. The only time I've seen women step into other women's shoes is when we're speaking against something and women can imagine themselves doing it. Then they be like, oh, well, she's probably meaning this right here. And it's like, yo, like, I hate that. Like,
oh, and on Huda, remember I told you she did the stripper move because I think she a dancer?
Yeah.
They showed what she did. She violated. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So she did do the stripper booty to the face. She did that. But to start the dance, she licked homeboy from his knees up to his chest. And she went over his dick. But he had on clothes. But it was one where Shelly was just like, all right, girl. Like, you ain't have to do that. So that is what that is. Let's get to the sports part. Mimi, you better not have clicked off. What's this? Travis and Taylor are engaged. Are we getting an invite to their wedding?
We are not, and I really don't care.
Do you think their wedding will be televised?
Absolutely.
I am here to say to the whole Kelce.
This is the American royal wedding right now.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I want to say this to the Kelce family. Y'all better learn to shut up before some of y'all lose y'all invitations. Because y'all be doing interviews too quick. And y'all be just giving up stuff. Like, apparently they've been engaged for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The dad did an interview and spilled the beans on that. And it's like, all right, bro. You better.
Somebody had a bet on polymath too, like before the announcement. And they like pretty sure that was probably one of the Kelce fans. I mean, the Kelces are the Kelces, man. Aren't they from Ohio?
Probably.
Because they both went to Cincinnati. Travis and his brother both went to Cincinnati, so I'm guessing they're from Ohio. And you know, Ohio.
Jason, man, he got a name.
Jason. I couldn't think of it.
Me too.
You know, Ohio whites are a different set of whites. They do some Ohio stuff, man. So
shout out to Travis, man. We definitely knew y'all was breaking up last year, and then y'all came out and said that wasn't true. Now y'all getting engaged. Interesting.
I mean, but here's the thing though. If you're dating Taylor Swift, like as a man, you have to recognize this is probably the top, right? Elevator's top floor, penthouse.
Yeah.
I got to get off here.
Yeah.
I got to get off here, right?
Is anybody better? Like it is one of those things. Like, first of all, let's do it. I do it. Mike don't have to. She's not ugly.
No, she's not ugly.
She's not thick enough for me, but she's not ugly.
I like them slim, but she's tall. She's tall. When you're looking at genetics, if you want little football players. I mean,
it ain't far off.
Yeah, it's not far off.
She's talented. Whatever you look, the girl can't dance to save her life. All right, but she wrote them songs and she played that music.
Yeah,
that's talent.
So she's talented. And again, right? I mean, I think all of us as guys need to understand what Travis understood.
Yeah, that if your girl got $1 billion, you might want to.
Yeah, we at the penthouse, bro. we get off right here. This is where we get off. No, this has to work. If this doesn't work, I'm the problem.
You know who? And I love to do this. This has nothing to do with nothing. I feel bad for Drake.
Why?
This is gonna make Taylor in a different stratosphere of being like in control of the music industry.
Well, I mean, they're getting rid of black music right now, so
and she don't like you.
Yeah,
she does not like you at all. She has made it clear she don't like you. She has shown that she don't like you. The fact that they put her on the screen, oh my gosh, that's potential spam. The fact that they put her on the screen when Kendrick won that Grammy for Not Like Us and she sung the A minor part, Drake, they might really be about to pack you up out of here.
Well, I keep telling y'all, they're packing up black music. Black music is getting packed up. It'll be back in 20 years.
Shout out to Cardi, that song debuted at number 70. It is
Wait, didn't they say what was it that it's only been one top 10 hit in black music in the last 2 years?
Nah, I can't be that. What is it? Well, definitely Luther.
It would be Not Like Us.
And Luther. So Kendrick got both.
It might be hip hop, but I'm saying like all music. Like
no, Not Like Us. Luther was number 1 too. Come on, man. You talking to me here, man. Come on. Nah, I gotta be that. Drake, do we count Drake black?
No, that's what they were saying. No new music. They were like the only songs that are charting are still old songs that are charting right now.
Yeah, I mean, who knows, man. The Dallas Cowboys doc. Great doc.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that. I heard that was really good.
Amazing. One of my favorite parts is they don't address how racism existed with Jerry Jones back in the day. I love that fact. They just act like the fact that he went to
Arkansas.
They showed him and Jimmy Johnson's football team like picture after they won the championship. It's like no black people at all, but you got to think about the time, and they try not to address that in the film.
Now, and now that's gonna piss me off.
Well, they don't focus on it so much, so it's subtle. I laughed though.
Yeah.
I personally, because I knew that, Jerry Jones has this plantation mentality, according to me, with the Dallas Cowboys. So, back in the day, they used to always be my joke. Like, y'all know where he went to school. He didn't go to school with blacks. But I love the way they talk about his mindset in marketing and business and how that was amazing. And I ain't gonna spoil it for you, but
did they talk about the strike season when his players didn't cross the line and the Redskin players didn't cross the line?
I probably haven't got it because what year was that?
I mean, it had to be in the 80s. I mean, I was a kid.
Oh, nah, they didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
But they doing the thing that The Last Dance did. They go forward and then they go back. I'm at the part where Emmett stopped holding out.
If they skip that part And if they skip the racism part, then I'm going to be a little upset.
Well, you got to watch it so you can come back in here. But it's a good doc. And it shot well. And it got me thinking. Skip Bayless was in there. Because, you know, he was a big deal back then for them. It got me laughing because the doc drops. And then Stephen A. Smith is doing his yearly sit down with Jerry Jones. And now he praising the Cowboys. I'm like, he got to be jealous that Skip got all that back then. But Skip was white. The K-State family fight. Yo, man.
Family will embarrass you, bro. So this fight was Avery Johnson is the starting quarterback for Kansas State.
Yes.
What's funny is if you want to know what a passing black look like, Google Avery Johnson right now.
That's funny. Let me look at this.
Because most people was like, I had no idea that this was a brother. Yeah. Him and Isaiah Hartside, that's what passing blacks look like back in the day. Could you imagine being a passing black in the 20s, bro?
Oh, yeah. This is the boy they've been posting the whole time. You know what's funny? The first person I met who had albinism was he was a doctor at the hospital. And my granddaddy had introduced me to him. And he was like, yeah, you know, I could pass back in the day. He said if I grew my hair out long enough, he said, you don't have to go through that now, but back in the day, that came in handy.
Yeah.
He's my grandfather's age.
Man, but think about this though, right? If you're passing, you gotta marry a black woman, right? Which you probably don't want to because you probably want to be in a white neighborhood in the 20s.
Oh, you about to get me on the Jubilee thing. Oh my God.
But think about it, bro. If you are passing and you marry a white woman and that baby come out black,
it's gonna be
bro. You have caused problems for everybody.
But I probably play a joke with my girl like, did you mess around with somebody?
Yeah, you're causing problems for everybody. So that's what passing looks like. Anyway, K-State fight. That's not the question. That's us getting off topic at the end of the pod, per usual.
And Jubilee, fuck y'all for what y'all did.
Ooh, God, we didn't even get on that today. I'm gonna talk about it tonight.
Thank you.
I'm gonna talk about it tonight.
Fuck y'all.
So I had to go look up who the owner of Jubilee is, right?
Oh, don't piss me off.
Yeah. So
what we got?
A Korean in California. And here's the thing that I found out. Do you know that everybody that shows up on Jubilee has to fly themselves? They invite people, and then you gotta bring yourself there.
Okay, interesting.
You don't even get any clout off of that. They don't put your name. They don't put your tag.
That is true. They give you a name, but people go find you. But it takes too much work. It's easier when you tag me.
Exactly. So anyway, back to this right here. The question, all right, the original question. Family will embarrass you, right? So facts. I saw this fight, right? Because this is a father and son fighting in Ireland. Nobody knew that this was Avery Johnson's brother and dad, by the way, is in a fight. Obviously too drunk off of Irish beer.
Facts.
Have you ever gotten in a fight with a family member? Like a real fight, not kid fight, but like when you gotten older, you know, let's say high school forward. Have you ever gotten in a fight with a family member?
My brother-in-law. Yes, I would tell the truth. And I will only say this because we cool now. Shout out to him.
I have never gotten in a fight with a family member, bro.
Well, because you're older than your brother.
Yeah.
And you kind of like more than a big brother. You in between that big brother and father.
Yeah. Like parent
and but yeah, my brother-in-law, we got to it. We was about to. We ain't no about to. We got to it.
Yeah.
And you know, it's interesting when it happens because usually liquor is involved. That was involved that time. But then it was also like, I don't want to sear this out. I have a problem with my true feelings on people.
Yeah.
If it don't matter, I don't care. Like I told y'all this is the downfall of, look at me speaking stuff into existence. Last year I told y'all I'm gonna stop caring. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah.
Well, it gets to a point where it's like, all right, it's going to come out, right? And so some things got said and some things, you know, we got to it, but we talked it out. You know what I'm saying? He came back to the crib. I explained why I had to do what I had to do. He explained why he had to do what he do. And you know, it is cool. And shout out to him. Cause let me tell y'all why y'all need resourceful men in your life. A hood nigga was supposed to come in and install a sink at my house. You know, this nigga said, yo, I need you to come pick me up. I said, cool, whatever, bro. You were right. You not around the corner, but you can come do it. You know this fool, when I said I was on the way, he changed the price.
What?
Bruh, he changed the price. As soon as when I was like, you know what?
I'm coming to get you, and you changing it up is what I'm assuming here.
Yes. And then when he changed it, so I'm like, you know what? I got the extra 50. Whatever, right? My wife says, no, it costs more than the sink. I said, all right, fuck it. TaskRabbit it is. So I get on TaskRabbit. First nigga, because he black, He canceled on us the day of. So I'm pissed. And TaskRabbit then turns and say, hey, here's another guy. He canceled like an hour before. You know, this is the brother I got into it. He was like, you got some plies? I was like, yeah. Bro, that shit was changed in 30 minutes. And then you know what's funny? I said, look, I'm glad you can do this for your sister because my sister better not never ask for this shit. I said, because she going to be up the creek, dog. I pay for it. But I've always been a pay for convenience thing. Yeah. And I'm also, let me tell y'all something. I'm one of those people where I'm like, I'd rather be able to fire somebody or sue somebody when they fuck it up versus me messing up. I done already messed up with water in my house already. And that's why we're in the situation we're in right now. So I leave stuff like that alone. But yeah, always that. And then, you know, one time when I got older, my dad thought I did something. He came and jacked me up and it got scary. Cause y'all see, I'm the same.
Yeah.
Sidebar. Yesterday I tried on my wedding jacket. And my wife was like, that's not going to fit. And she was so mad that it still fit the same way it fitted on my wedding day. And she was trying to hate, but I'm like, yo, it still fit. I'm like, yo, I've been this size since I was 21. Nothing's changing. But yeah, you know how it is. But you know what? I feel bad for the brother and the father and son because it's like, y'all going to realize it was stupid. Y'all going to come back together. But the effect on your other son, the quarterback who we here for, is going to last so much longer.
Yeah, and you're embarrassing him.
Facts.
Right.
But y'all passing, so now he just got to get a little tan, say he dark, and say that wasn't my people.
That wasn't my people. Because I like Avery, I kind of knew that you was mixed. Like you and Isaiah Hartstein, like y'all definitely in the 20s, y'all was not going to be in the hood.
You seen the dude who looks like Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
Did you see the dude who posed as Justin Bieber in the Vegas club and he ran up a bill of 10 grand?
Yeah, and performed. real talk. Y'all need to hire him. If he had the whole crowd full.
Facts.
And he knew all the songs.
Facts.
Yeah, like that needs to be his new career.
His new career should be like an impersonator. Like I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. If I'm Justin Bieber, I hire him and send him out.
Oh, facts. Like what Jeremiah was doing.
Jeremiah.
The singer.
Jeremiah was hired an impersonator?
His brother. Finesse 2 times hired his brother. I always said I never believed that used to be Kanye. When he used to wear that mask,
yeah,
I used to always say, I don't believe that's Kanye. I'd never go to a Kanye. Never mind. Kanye, you ruined everything for me.
I can see that. I can see Kanye definitely doing that.
Shedeur is named the third string quarterback, and when Deshaun gets back, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know, but you know, Shedeur, I will say this, that last game, like, Shedeur, clean up that falling back in the pocket, man.
Yeah, that was a mess.
Like, you're not in college, man. You got to climb the pocket. It's a bad habit. I hope you work on it. And I'm also going to say this, all right? Look, I'm a black man apologist, all right?
Okay.
I make no mistakes about this. I tell y'all I shoot black men bell all the time.
Facts.
But you know, I am beyond this Deion story. Like y'all are not going to draw me in and make this a political issue. Like it is.
Which story?
Shedeur being discriminated against in the league. I am a firm believer that it's way less him being discriminated against and a lot more of nobody wants to hire the next football coach son to fire themselves.
Yeah.
Y'all not drawing me into this. Like this is not about to become my political football where I sit here and be like, no. That last game showed you he does have flaws in this game. And again, I'm almost certain that Colorado, they actually play Friday night. So I'll be watching that game.
I think it got less to do about race, but more about attitude.
Attitude, definitely, right? But I think people can handle the attitude. I think his dad, bro, you like.
Oh, I totally agree with you
it would be that part. Yeah, it would be like you're dating a girl and her best friend looks better and is a hoe, right? Like that's just gonna be a problematic relationship.
Why not? Hold on.
It'd be like you dating a girl, not like your wife, right? But you dating a girl that y'all just going out.
Okay, I'm thinking
and her best friend looks better and is a hoe and likes you.
Oh, you threw the last one in there.
Yeah, right? It's like, nothing about this is going to be, like, you're going to mess up, right? Like,
I lost a girl that way. I had to go back to high school.
Yeah, you already know what's going to happen. You know, like, she's going, like, her friend knows what's going to happen.
She didn't look better, but she was a hoe.
Yeah, so guess what the girl know, right? I can't bring you around my girl, right? Ain't got nothing to do with you.
Can't leave y'all alone.
Right? And it becomes a hassle. And it's like, that's what this situation with Shedeur was. Like, your dad is the better looking girl that's flirty and a little bit of a coaching hoe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The better situation come around.
He gone. Yeah. I look at the cockiness, the arrogance. It's like, I don't mind it. I like swag.
Yeah.
You got to be able to back it up. You got to have the Cam Newton effect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Shador ain't no Cam Newton.
No, he's not. He got limitations. He can't play. The boy can ball.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is like your dad's a little bit of a coaching hoe.
Oh yeah, no, your dad is coming up in here. Pause. All right, man, what you got playing this weekend?
Oh man, what's going on this weekend? You know what, man? My life is interesting these days, so I really just take it day by day, man. That's all I can say out there, man. I just take it day by day, man. I don't know. What I got going on.
Shout out to everybody. You might see me uptown Friday. I got a wedding, and then on top of that, I got an early Friday night because the wedding end early. And my wife won't be here. Of course,
but your son is gonna be here.
Nah, I gave him away. Gave him to my sister.
Hey man,
I'm a bird at the end of the day.
Party time, man.
Yeah, but I feel like my sister gonna trick me. The fun part about being siblings is what they about to do to you. So I know what she's gonna do is, hey, I kept your son on Friday.
Yeah.
Time for mama to get outside on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
So watch my son.
Oh, yeah. You already know. You about to get that switcheroo.
Yeah, I already know. It's going to be a quick handoff quarterback pass. It's going to be like, oh, take two.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? So I might, but I'm excited for this wedding. I love black couples getting married who got money. Sometimes they're difficult, but it's kind of like the Cosbys. You watching people on TV, the dad is a doctor, the mom is, a lawyer, whatever the case may be. And you need to see more of that, right? So when I see black couples who get married at nice ass venues, who got money and they cool. This couple was very cool. Funny enough, we was gonna play that clip about wedding couples charging people to come to their wedding. I'm here to let y'all know that's tacky and corny and loser shit.
That is corny.
They was charging like $250 to come to their wedding. It's like, that's loser shit. But anyway, I'm excited to finally get this wedding done.
Now I will say, one, we got to bring weddings back to our community. Like that's not a thing. But I will say, like in a lot of cultures, Italians, Jewish cultures, Ethiopians, like people give the Arabs. Oh my goodness, right? They give the wedding party a lot of money. Like up front. So and I get it, right? We got to get there, right? Yeah. But I do think that would be a nice tradition. It's like, yo, like, hey, if somebody get married, I'm gonna drop $500 on you. Yeah. Because you got married.
Let me give y'all a little tip.
Yeah.
Figure out where I'm gonna do Southeast because that's easier because New York is different.
Yeah.
And for all of y'all who in New York, y'all need to start doing destination weddings. Or do y'all weddings down here in the South? Because you can do your wedding for half down here. But in the Southeast, if you're getting married, and if they getting married, let's say it's the nicest place in the city. If you're going by yourself, it need to be $150 or $200. And if it's you and somebody else, it needs to be $300 or $400 that you need to be giving. I know that's hard for some of y'all to believe because I remember the dude who I invited to my wedding, and he got money, so I thought, or whatever. He was super cool. And I remember opening up his envelope and it was $40 in it. And I'm like, nigga, what? Like, what are you doing? Like, whatever. But grateful, thankful, cool, boom, right?
I think that would be a nice tradition that we have. Not just tricking, simping shit. Because for some reason in the black community, boy, that's like the only two things we could do. Right. So, but I think, an appreciation, a gratitude. Like I think that would be, cool, especially, super nice venues. Like your boy Kim got married down there in Georgia at the venue. That shit look nice. Yeah. Like it low key made me be like, yo, if I got married, I mean, I'm not wasting that kind of money. But I was like, if I did waste that kind of money, I would do it like that.
And then look, because this wedding is at the Grand Bohemian.
Yeah. So
it's the second nicest hotel in Charlotte. Yeah. And I ain't counting the Ballantyne because that ain't Charlotte. Yeah. But if you count the Ballantyne, it was like the number 3, right? Yeah,
it'll still be, top. Yeah.
It's top
2,
5.
Top 3. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of them places where it's like, all right, this couple got money. They spending at least $50,000, $60,000 probably to have their wedding here. Yeah, bro, you need to come in there with a couple of $100 because y'all, the days are out of, hey, okay, I got a +1, here go $150. The days is out for that. Liquor is costing them $50 for you to drink.
Also, you should be able to afford your wedding. You shouldn't expect it, but I'm just saying it'll be cool if in our community.
I got one better for you.
What?
You shouldn't go in debt
Oh, you absolutely should not.
Your wedding.
Like, bro, take a destination wedding.
That part.
Take a destination wedding, man.
When we got married, I told Karina, I was like, yo, if $1 has to go on this credit card, we ain't doing it. Like, I'm not doing this.
Like I would 100%, when I do get remarried, it'll 100% be a destination wedding.
Is it going to be in Colombia?
Actually, maybe.
We can't go down there.
Maybe.
They going to rob us. They going to know we got money.
Maybe. It might. I mean,
Colombia ain't got no resorts, do they?
Yeah, Colombia has but it was resorts right there. Y'all just didn't make it to them. Like, there's several nice resorts right there on the strip, man. Like, it's real nice resorts, man. Y'all are terrible.
Hey, when all else fails, go to Cancun, have your wedding there. You will save so much money, and your guest is going to.
That's why I would have a wedding. Playa del Carmen. That's my spot. I got to get back there.
Let's go.
That is my favorite beach, man. Like, it is so beautiful and peaceful down there.
Can we do a pod trip down there?
We can do a pod trip down there. We can do a pod trip.
Even if it's just my family, your family.
Let's start taking up a collection. Let's start doing the Mark Lamont thing. Hey, $1.
For $1 a day.
You listen to this podcast right now.
You can get information about our Cancun
$ Black Dads Club.
Absolutely.
Hey, or Pastor Mike Will. I can't remember.
Black Dads Club. See, y'all gonna be sending Mike to Colombia. funding something.
Nah, man, I'm gonna send it back. I owe the pod $40 right now for a couple shirts that was sold last week.
Hey, shout out to the shirts. But yeah, man, look, man, I want to thank everybody for listening. Thanks for tuning in. I am out of class, so we will be going back to Tuesdays, and these clips will start coming back out because I've been busy. I want to apologize to everybody. I've just been running, man. And we got some announcements coming. Don't know what they are yet, so me and Mike about to go make some shit shake so we can start announcing shit. And with that, we're going to holler at y'all next time.
Holla at your boy.